Very good morning to you all, my dear children. I'm Shahnas, your English teacher. Hope all are fine. Welcome once again to 8th Standard English online class. Have you remembered what was in the last class? Yes, we were discussing the first lesson, around the world in 254 days, right? We learned about Aishwarya Bodapadi. We were discussing the interview of Aishwarya Bodapadi conducted by Times of India, right? And the last part we learned, she was asked to tell about the things which she had missed during her voyage, right? She told that she missed her mother's homely food and ice cream, meat, etc. Right? Have you remembered all? Now let's move to the next part of the lesson. Okay, before moving to the lesson, I need to give you some more new words which comes in this part. Okay? What are the new words? Here, daunting. The first word is daunting. Daunting means discouraging. Daunting means discouraging. What's the next one? Idle hours. Idle hours means free time. Okay? Quilting. What's meant by quilting? Making decorative bed cover, like that, okay? Quilting. Then course. Here course. You know what is a core? Jobs that are not at all interesting, but we have to do. We must do some jobs even though it is not interesting. Such kind of things we can call course. And huge plus. What's meant by huge plus? Advantage. Huge plus means advantage. Okay. Then bonded. What is bonded? Joined very securely. Joined very securely to one another. That is bonded. Then cranky. What's cranky? Cranky is nothing but bad-tempered. What's bad-tempered? Angry. Okay. Then retrieve. The next word, retrieve. What is retrieve? Pull out of something. Retrieve means pull out of something. Then drift away. Drift away. What's the meaning of drift away? Move away slowly. Drift away means move away slowly. Then picky. Right? No, I didn't write the word picky. Picky also I need to write. Picky. What's mean by picky? Particular. Picky means particular. Okay. The last word I got, traits. What are traits? Traits means qualities in one's character. Qualities, good qualities or bad qualities of someone's character. That is called trait. Clear? All the new words are clear? Okay. What are the new words we learned today? Daunting, idle hours, quilting, course, huge plus, bonded, cranky, retrieve, drift away, traits, picky. Okay, let's move to the lesson. Children, you please take page number 14. Okay, now we have to do the last paragraph of page number 14. Here Aishwarya Bodapadi, she got another question. Talking of tough condition, tell us what that was like. And here Aishwarya Bodapadi was asked to tell about the bad condition, the tough conditions she experienced in her voyage. Okay. Let me read. You listen, okay, very carefully. You listen to your textbook while I am reading. Pretty daunting. I mean mentally, being at sea for 8 months is not a job. It affected all of us emotionally. Thankfully, I had my best friend Pratibha with me. We had joined the Navy together, so during idle hours we would talk about how we would plan our wedding and so on. I even carried some coloring books and sailing books to read. That kept me going. Vijaya was interested in quilting and made some cool stuff. She even knitted sweaters. So we each found a hobby and pursued it during our free time. Apart from that, we did have our regular course of keeping watch, repairing, cooking, etc. What's up was a huge plus. I did not know what it would have been like if I hadn't gotten to talk to my family daily. Okay, now here Aishwarya Badapadi was asked about her bad condition, the conditions, the tough conditions she experienced during her voyage. Okay, and she said, pretty daunting. I mean mentally daunting, I told you, discouraging. Okay, the meaning is given here, daunting, condition that made them feel nervous and less confident. So such a condition also happened in their life. I mean mentally they destroyed, they discouraged. Being at sea for 8 months is not a joke. You see that being at the sea, it is not a joke. It affected all of us emotionally and emotionally affected them. Staying in the sea for 8 months, it affected them emotionally. Thankfully, I had my best friend Pratibha with me, and she had got her best friend. What's her name? Pratibha. We had joined the Navy together. Pratibha and Aishwarya Badapadi, both of them joined the Navy together. So during idle hours, we would talk about how we would plan our wedding, and they have enough idle hours. What is meant by idle hour? Free time. Okay, during the free time, they were talking about their wedding and other things also. Okay. And so on. I even carried some coloring books and sailing books to read, and also they had some coloring books and some books related to sailing. They spent their time for coloring and reading also. That kept me going. Vijaya was interested in quilting, and Vijaya, one among them, she was interested in quilting. What's mean by quilting? Making decorative bed covers and pillow covers. That's quilting. Okay, she was interested in quilting, and she even knitted sweaters, and Vijaya was interested in knitting sweaters also. So we each found a hobby and pursued it during our free time. Thus, everyone engaged in some kind of hobbies in their idle time, idle hours. Apart from that, we did have our regular course, and not only the hobby, they have some other works also to do. They had different works also to do there. That is their core. I told you what is core. Core is their job. They must have to do that job, and even though that is not interesting. Okay, apart from that, we did have our regular course of keeping watch. What are the regular course? Keeping watch. They want to watch around them. They want to observe the condition of the sea and everything. Okay, and repairing anything damaged, they need to repair their cooking, etc. So everything they need to manage. Understood? I told you there were only 6 women in their team, so they wanted to manage everything themselves, right? Okay, WhatsApp was a huge plus. Everyone familiar with WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp is an application, so that application helped them to chat with or to talk with their parents. So WhatsApp was a huge plus. What is mean by huge plus? Yes, advantage. Understood? Advantage. So WhatsApp was a huge plus. I don't know what it would have been like if I hadn't gotten to talk my family daily. And Aishwarya Badapadi, she was exclaimed about that. If WhatsApp was not there. She was afraid. How could I talk with my parents daily? Okay. So that page completed, and let's move to the page number 15. Let's see what's the next question. You 6 ladies must have really bonded, and the interviewee was asked, you 6 ladies must have really bonded. Who is the interviewee here? Aishwarya Bodapati. Who is the interviewer? What's that? What's her name? Donita Jose. I told you in the beginning itself who is the interviewer and who is the interviewee. Okay, here Aishwarya Bodapati was asked to tell about their bondage, their strong relationship among the 6 ladies. Yes, even now after a voyage, I can still feel their presence. And Aishwarya says, I can still feel their presence even after the voyage. When you stay with someone for 8 months, there is very little you can hide about your true character. Suppose we are living with someone for 8 months, sure, they can understand our real character. Truly we will express our real character in front of them. Okay, there is very little you can hide about your true character. Very little, only very little. That means no one can hide their true character there. 8 months, that's a long period of time. Sure, everyone will express their true character there. In fact, we could sense easily if something was wrong with other, if someone was cranky because of not having had food, or if someone was homesick, we bonded beautifully. If anyone suffering with any kind of problem, sure, all others will give a good console, and we give a comfortable situation to them. We were bonded very strongly, very beautifully. Listen, in fact, we could sense easily if something was wrong with other. If anyone has any problem, that was very easily identified by others. Okay? If someone was cranky, what is mean by cranky? Bad tempered. Here cranky because of what? Because of not having the food. Sometimes they had the problem of food. Or if someone was homesick, someone has homesick, they had some emotional relationship with their parents and with their home, some kind of problem, whatever be the problem, these other fellows, they'll give a console, they'll give a comfort situation to them. They had a strong bondage among them. Okay, let me move to the next. Was there a truly bad day in the 8 months when you felt this, was it? Listen, was there a truly bad day in the 8 months when you felt this, was it? It's sure there were 8 months they spent in the sea, right? Surely they faced a bad day. Now, Aishwarya was asked to tell about a bad day happened in her voyage. Oh yes, it was 7th January 2018. Yes, there was a very bad day in their life. That was happened in 7th January 2018. We were in the Pacific Ocean. That time they were in the Pacific Ocean. And it was the toughest and 20 hours of our lives, because out of nowhere we were hit by a storm that brought huge waves. On that day, 7th January 2018, that was an unforgettable day in their life. Huge waves of storm hit on their boat. The sky was filled with dark clouds, that the sails were down to the minimum. You see, the sky, it was filled with dark clouds, and the sails were minimum. Throughout the storm, we were awake and alert, and they were awakened and alert until the last of that storm. At one point, I was on watch on the deck when this huge wave, and at one time, once she was in the balcony. Deck means balcony, okay, balcony of their boat. She was watching the storm. She was watching the huge wave. At one point, I was on watch on the deck when this huge wave, as tall as 3-story building, crashed into us. You see, how was that wave? That wave came very strongly, and it was as tall as 3-story building. What is mean by 3-story building? 3-story building, 3-floor building. Okay, that much tall it was, and that heavy waves hit their boat, and it came inside the boat. Now, if you are off the boat, then there was very little chance to retrieve you. If any other people in the boat, there was a little chance to escape from there, that is retrieve, because it was such a vast space and you just drift away. It was such a vast space, and it was very difficult to move away from there. I was sure my end was near, and Aishwarya Badapati, she felt that her end was near. But then suddenly the water went away, and I could see my skipper heading towards me, and suddenly that waves they started to taken back. That time the skipper heading towards her. Skipper means the master of their ship, that not ship, the boat, master of the boat. He came there. After those 20 hours, we reached Cape Horn and saw the most beautiful rainbow. And after some time, after 20 hours of journey, they reached the Cape Horn and saw the most beautiful rainbow. And after reaching Cape Horn, they were able to watch the beautiful rainbow. The sky was clear, and there were dolphins swimming near us. And that time the sky was very clear, and they were able to see the dolphins swimming near them, okay, near the sea. I think I saw God in the sky that day, and that time it felt like God was there in the sky. Okay, let me move to the next question. Sounds so much like Life of Pi. And here the interviewer telling about a film. Okay, what's the name of the film? Life of Pi. There's a film named Life of Pi, and this story, what she tells, it's same like the story of Life of Pi. Okay, sounds so much like Life of Pi. You won't believe it, but everything they showed in the movie really happens at the sea. So based on this incident, there is a movie. Okay, in that movie, everything happened in the sea, that everything giving there, everything showing there in that movie also. Okay, you won't believe it, but everything they showed in the movie really happens at the sea. And Aishwarya Badapati, she says, whatever showing there in that film, that was really happened. Okay, we saw it all. Remember that scene where the ocean lights up, and she asked, have you remembered a scene, the ocean lights up? That's totally real. The thing, once there was a scene there in that movie, the ocean lights up. The same experience, they experienced the same thing they experienced in their life. Okay, that's totally real. One night our boat was crossing a calm part of the ocean. One day their boat was crossing a calm part of the ocean, and these bioluminescent organisms, what is meant by bioluminescent organisms? Small living things in the sea that produce light. These creatures can produce light. Okay. These organisms spread everywhere on the sea surface, the ocean surface. As our boat passed by, they were disturbed and lit up, and this light of these creatures disturbed their passing, their journey. And we left a trail of light behind us. They kept a trail of light behind their boat. And so we were able to see all kinds of marine life. So that helped them to see all the marine life. Okay, that let's move to the page number 16. Here one more question she was asked. Let's see what's that. How was this voyage changed you? Okay, you were a part of a prestigious procedure like this. Okay, what changes occurred in you after this voyage? What changes made you this voyage? Okay, let's see that one. How has this voyage changed you? When we met the Prime Minister after our return, he quoted Neil Armstrong. I went as an astronaut and returned as a human being. Have you heard about Neil Armstrong? Okay, when here the Prime Minister at the time of receiving them, he mentioned the quote of Neil Armstrong. These are the words of Neil Armstrong. I went as an astronaut and returned as a human being. And he quoted he mentioned the quote of Neil Armstrong there. Okay, this voyage has changed my life completely. Here Aishwarya Bodhabadi also says, this voyage changed her a lot. You see, this voyage has changed my life completely. I was stubborn, fussy and impatient, and all those traits have gone now. Before this voyage, how was she? What was her character? She was stubborn, she was sticky with her own opinion, not ready to accept others' opinion or to reject her own opinion for others' sake. Understood? That was her character. And fussy. And fussy means too concerned about details, especially unimportant ones. She was too much concerned about other things. And also she was impatient, not much patient. She has not much patience. Okay. So all these are not a good quality. Okay. But after this voyage, all those traits, all the human qualities, all the qualities in your character like this have gone now. She says like that. Aishwarya Bodhabadi had some bad qualities like stubborn, fussy and impatient. Okay, that qualities changed after the voyage. At home, I would be picky about food, and in the home she was picky about food. Picky means particular. She was particular about some kind of food she need. Some kind of food, I don't like this and that. I need this kind of food only. Like that. All of you are like that, right? But this voyage changed her a lot. But now I have grown to respect everything more. And now she had grown to respect everything. Now she changed all her bad qualities. Now she earned some good qualities after the voyage. Even in my personal relationship, I think I have grown closer to everyone around me. And also she started to make some strong relationship with friends and others. Okay, until then she was not much bonded with others, not much strong relationship with others. But now she had very good relationship. Okay, now she has enough and good relationships. Even in my personal relationship, I think I have grown closer to everyone. She started to show some closer relationship with others. Okay, that's about the lesson. That the lesson around the world in 254 days, that's finished here. Okay, children, all of you must read the lesson very carefully, and now I am going to give you some questions. You need to answer the question after reading the textbook very well. Okay, let me read the question. Aishwarya Badapati said, "It's pretty daunting. I mean mentally. Why did she say so?" Let me read once again. Aishwarya Badapati said, "It's pretty daunting. I mean mentally. Why did she say so?" That's the first question. Okay, let me move to the next question. We had joined the Navy together. About whom Aishwarya said so? Aishwarya Badapati said about someone here. You remember? Okay. We had joined the Navy together. About whom Aishwarya said so. How did they utilize their idle hours? That also we learn now. These 6 women, how did they spend their idle hours in the boat? Okay. Then the next question, how did they help each other? We know that they had a strong bondage, right? Okay, how did they help each other? The next question, what are the changes occurred in her traits after the voyage? What are the changes occurred in her traits? Trait means, I told you, qualities in the character. Okay. What are the changes occurred in her traits after the voyage? Okay. If you feel any difficulty in this question, you will get it as the text message at the time of uploading. Don't worry about it. Children, you must read the textbook very well. Okay. The other exercises you will get at the time of interaction. Okay. Now it's the time for winding up. Thank you. Have a nice day.